My name's Zahan Billimoria, and I'm a mountain guide living in Jackson, Wyoming. My wife and I drove into Jackson almost 10 years ago now in an old Toyota pickup truck with 2 rocket boxes on the roof. One had as much canned food as we could fit, and the other one had all of our climbing gear. I was always attracted to the wild and places where you're free to make your own decisions and you live by the consequences of it. Laws that apply to society are totally different in the mountains. The only guidelines are natural ones that govern who makes it and who doesn't. Information is king. I guide here in the Tetons, and the side of the range that we climb faces east, but our weather comes from the southwest, and oftentimes we don't see it approaching. Having data about barometric pressure and trends in the weather is absolutely critical. With the Casio watches, the ProTrack system, they have perpetual battery life. I know I can count on it day and night, year after year. As human beings, we're naturally conditioned to recoil away from what we perceive to be dangerous. When someone's on the rock and they're afraid of the exposure, they tend to pull in and hug the rock. But in fact, the safest, most stable position is to acknowledge that exposure, face it, and commit to the fall line. I think in all things, challenges at work, relationships, having the ability and knowing to face your challenges head on, that's something we encounter in the mountains all the time, much like in life. There's a really special feeling when you get into that zone. You're not actually moving that fast. It's not really about sprinting through it. It's just that fluidity of motion. Your mind almost goes blank. Your body is totally in sync with the environment that it's in. It happens when you're in those places that are dangerous. Consequences of a fall are fatal. You can't afford to be daydreaming. Climbing is not inherently safe, yet you're trained for it, you're prepared for it, and if you have the right tools at your fingertips, you can have these incredible moments in the mountains, despite what seems like an environment that's very hostile to you. Every cell in your body is totally focused on the task at hand. I'm always looking for that limit, as opposed to just go up and come back. How about if I went up and just kept going? Carried on that ridge, where would that take me next?